So, you're saying Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, just rushed back to the UK on a last-minute flight, looking visibly shaken, pale, and full of tension, all because of a leaked recording? And not just any recording, but one released by none other than Tyler Perry. Yes, that Tyler Perry, the Hollywood heavyweight, studio owner, and even the godfather to Harry and Meghan's daughter. This is the same man who opened his home to the couple when they stepped away from royal life. But this time, he didn't offer them shelter. Instead, he dropped a shocking revelation that has everyone talking. What could be on that tape to send Harry into such a panic? The plot thickens.
Tyler Perry, who offered up his Beverly Hills mansion.
Let's rewind for a second, because this isn't just about some leaked recording. This is about a bombshell moment that shattered whatever carefully crafted image Prince Harry and Meghan had left. And let's be clear, Harry's sudden dash back to the UK wasn't some heartwarming, unplanned family visit. Not even close. This was a full-scale emergency response, a desperate scramble to contain the fallout. We're talking gloves off, all hands-on-deck crisis management. Whatever's on that tape, it's bad enough to send a royal into full panic mode. Here's the deal with this mysterious tape. According to multiple sources, it was never supposed to go public. It was recorded months ago, maybe even longer, and was meant to stay private, like a personal video journal. The footage reportedly captures Harry and Meghan during a turbulent time, after the Oprah interview, after the Spotify fallout, after the Netflix drama, while they were staying at Tyler Perry's mansion, trying to figure out their next steps. And from what we're hearing, things got messy. Insiders claim Meghan can be heard in the recording openly venting, not just about the monarchy or the British public, but about Harry himself. And this wasn't the kind of light-hearted frustration you'd expect from a loving spouse after a rough day. No, this was next-level, eye-rolls, sharp sarcasm, the tone of someone who's completely over the royal charade and maybe even second-guessing her marriage. But the real bombshell? Tyler Perry didn't just sit on this footage. He released a carefully selected clip, just a small piece of it, and that was enough to send Harry into full panic mode, racing to Heathrow for the first flight back to the UK. The question is, what else is on that tape? And why did Perry decide now was the time to drop it?
On one of the filmmakers' shows.
Here's where things get explosive. Tyler Perry didn't just casually share this tape. He reportedly played a snippet during a private, closed live stream for his inner circle. But in today's digital age, nothing stays private for long. Someone quickly screen recorded it, and that clip didn't just leak, it blew up like a bomb. In the now viral 90-second clip, Meghan allegedly refers to her Duchess title as the most expensive leash I've ever worn. Harsh, but that wasn't even the most shocking part. The real jaw-dropper? She's reportedly heard saying, if Harry wants to run back to his crown and his corgis, let him. I'm done babysitting a prince with no kingdom. Cue the collective gasp. The internet went into meltdown. British tabloids practically salivated over the drama, and even outlets that usually support Meghan had no choice but to report on it, because this wasn't just hearsay. It was caught on camera. Now, Tyler Perry didn't release the full recording, but the fact that he let any of it slip, that's a straight-up betrayal. Insiders claim Harry had no idea this footage still existed, let alone that it would suddenly flood social media with hashtags like #DoneWithTheDuchess and #PrinceNoMore. And Meghan? Radio silence. No denial. No carefully crafted Instagram posts about being misquoted. Nothing. That's unusual for her. And in Hollywood, silence speaks volumes. Meanwhile, Harry wasn't just quiet. He was furious. Whatever trust was left between these two and Perry, consider it shattered. The question now is, what happens next?
Is in crisis.
The drama erupted late Thursday night when the controversial footage started making rounds online. At the time, Harry was in California doing what has become known for lately, participating in those slightly forced devoted dad moments, this time with Archie at a polo match. But the scene changed dramatically by Friday morning. Eyewitnesses spotted him at Lax looking completely drained. Dark circles under his eyes, one hand gripping his carry-on while the other kept nervously checking his phone. Flight records revealed he'd chartered a private jet on zero notice, bound straight for London Heathrow. Noticeably absent? Meghan and the kids. This was a solo emergency mission. So what's the real reason for this sudden royal retreat? Why would Harry drop everything to race back to Britain alone? The timing suggests this isn't just a casual family visit. Something in that leaked footage has clearly triggered a major crisis demanding his immediate personal attention back home. The bigger question, is he running toward damage control with the royal family, or running away from something in his California life? The absence of his wife and children on this urgent trip speaks volumes.
Offered to share his official diary engagements with the royal family in a bid to further reduce tensions between him and his father.
Here's the real reason behind Harry's frantic dash back to the UK. He's desperately trying to repair what remains of his relationship with the royal family before it's too late. And here's the kicker. King Charles and Prince William reportedly knew about the explosive tape before it ever hit the internet. That's right. Tyler Perry gave the palace an advance heads up, though his motives remain unclear. Was it out of respect? Payback? A calculated PR move? Whatever the reason, the fallout was catastrophic. Palace insiders revealed that Charles was deeply saddened, which, in royal terms, translates to absolutely livid but maintaining a dignified front. As for William, he's officially done taking the high road. One source claims the Prince of Wales told his team he made his bed in California, let him lie in it. And that's when Harry's panic truly set in. Because this isn't just about Meghan's harsh words anymore. It's about what those words exposed. A marriage strained by bitterness. A prince who abandoned his family for a life that now appears to be unraveling. The world saw the cracks. The palace saw them too. And Harry? He couldn't ignore them any longer. This emergency trip isn't just damage control. It's a last-ditch effort to salvage whatever's left of his royal ties before they are severed for good. The question is it already too late? The most telling part? Tyler Perry isn't even trying to deny the leak. When pressed about whether the controversial clip was authentic, he didn't give the usual celebrity no-comment brush-off. Instead, insiders claim he responded with a chilling, "Sometimes the truth speaks for itself." Now that's ice-cold and deliberately telling. This calculated response makes one thing crystal clear. Perry's done being their protector. The question is, why? Maybe he felt exploited after years of support. Maybe Harry and Meghan pushed their luck too far. Or perhaps he simply decided this drama had become too toxic to touch. Whatever his reasons, the damage is irreversible. That leaked tape didn't just expose private frustrations. It completely reshaped Harry's public image. He's no longer just a rogue prince who walked away from his family. Now is a man whose own wife mocked him as a prince with no kingdom, a brutal soundbite that will haunt him forever. The consequences could be seismic. Royal commentators are already speculating about whether the scandal might cost Harry his remaining titles. The fallout has only just begun, and for Harry, there may be no coming back from this. When even your closest allies stop covering for you, what's left? The million-dollar question now. Will King Charles take the drastic step of revoking Harry's Her Royal Highness title? Could Parliament get involved? Is this the breaking point where the monarchy finally cuts ties with its prodigal son for good? One thing's certain, this isn't your typical PR disaster. This is raw, undeniable betrayal, captured on tape for the world to see. And Harry knows it. You can sense the seismic shift happening. The Sussex brand, already on shaky ground after their Spotify deal collapsed, their Netflix series underwhelmed, and Meghan's business ventures struggled, may have just met its final blow with this leak recording. Yet Harry's desperate last-minute flight to London proves he's not ready to throw in the towel. Not just yet. The scene when Harry landed in London was dripping with drama. No royal welcome party, no press conference, just a handful of paparazzi lurking in the distance. But the images spoke volumes. His slumped posture, the deep crease in his brow, the visible burden of everything from Montecito to Buckingham Palace weighing him down. Let's be real. He didn't look like a prince making a triumphant return. He looked like a man crawling back to the kingdom he once abandoned, praying for a second chance. But here's the catch. This isn't 2020 anymore. Back then, the royals were blindsided by the Oprah interview, the Finding Freedom bombshells, and the constant media salvo from across the pond. The royal family's response this time speaks volumes. They are no longer scrambling to react. They are prepared, composed, and radiating a chillingly formal demeanor that essentially says, "You chose your path. We owe you no explanations." Reports suggest Harry didn't even attempt to go to Clarence House or Kensington Palace upon arrival. Instead, He retreated to a secluded royal property, deliberately distanced from family. Why? Because no warm reception awaits him. The silence is deafening. Prince William allegedly still isn't responding to Harry's messages. King Charles might take a phone call, but has drawn a firm line. No emergency meetings, no staged reconciliations. Most telling? The palace hasn't issued even a perfunctory statement about Harry's visit. Not a single "the Duke is in the UK for private matters." Complete radio silence. This starkly contrasts with Harry's appearance for Queen Elizabeth's funeral, where the family at least maintained appearances. Now, no pretense whatsoever. The institution is deliberately leaving Harry in this uncomfortable quiet. Meanwhile, Meghan's conspicuous absence speaks volumes. No social media posts, no carefully staged public appearances, not even candid paparazzi shots. She's letting Harry face the storm solo, and palace insiders confirm this is absolutely intentional. As one royal source bluntly stated, she's making a position clear through her absence. The message couldn't be more obvious. When the walls came crashing down, Meghan chose to step back rather than stand beside her husband. This calculated distance may be the most damning revelation of all in this unfolding royal drama. The leaked recording ripped away the carefully constructed facade, exposing the raw truth of their relationship for all to see. What emerged wasn't a picture of love and partnership, but something far more calculated and uneven, and frankly, uncomfortable to witness. This revelation has left the public reeling more than anything else in the Sussex saga. For years, we bought into their carefully crafted narrative, Harry and Meghan as star-crossed lovers battling the system together. The romantic rebels who courageously broke free from royal constraints. But that tape destroyed that fairy tale completely. The Meghan heard in that recording didn't sound like a devoted partner engaged in a mutual struggle. She sounded exasperated, even contemptuous. As for Tyler Perry's role, industry insiders suggest this wasn't some petty act of retaliation. The whispers circulating through Hollywood paint a different picture, a benefactor who felt taken advantage of after going above and beyond, providing sanctuary, serving as their daughter's godfather, offering his lavish estate. What did he get in return? Allegedly, constant requests for professional favors, studio access, and celebrity endorsements from Meghan's team. Perry, a self-made entertainment mogul who earned his success the hard way, reportedly grew tired of being treated like an industry connection rather than a friend. The recording wasn't made out of spite, insiders claim, but as documentation, a way to cut through the artifice. Now that truth is out in the open, and the consequences are unfolding in real time, Harry now faces an impossible choice between two unappealing paths. Does he attempt to salvage his crumbling royal connections, or double down on a marriage that appears far less solid than the world believed? The tape didn't just expose private frustrations, it permanently altered the entire Sussex narrative, leaving Harry isolated and the public questioning everything they thought they knew about this modern royal romance. The coming days will reveal just how deep the damage goes. Harry now faces an impossible dilemma with devastating consequences either way. If he remains committed to Meghan, he effectively burns his last bridges with the royal family, meaning no title for Archie and Lilibet, permanent exclusion from royal events, and the end of any hope for future reconciliation, even just for appearances. He would cement his status as the ultimate royal outcast, a warning to future generations about the price of walking away. But if he attempts to quietly separate himself from Meghan, even gradually, he triggers an entirely different crisis. Meghan doesn't handle breakups discreetly. She controls narratives through high-profile interviews, rebranding campaigns, and strategic media partnerships. If she senses Harry pulling away, she'll undoubtedly have a side of the story ready to launch, likely packaged with a prestigious magazine feature and accompanying documentary. Trapped between these disastrous options, Harry loses no matter what. The royal family, his marriage, his reputation, all stand to suffer irreparable damage. The leaked tape's most painful revelation? Harry may have already lost respect in both worlds. Online, the humiliation is unfolding in real time. Viral TikTok edits pairing Meghan Prince with No Kingdom remark with dramatic soundtracks, captioned with savage commentary like he sacrificed everything for this. The cruelest twist? Potentially realizing he surrendered his birthright for a partner who now views him as expendable. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, there's no schadenfreude among the royals, just grim confirmation of their worst suspicions. The institution watches silently as Harry's choices collapse around him, with no lifeline forthcoming. His tragic miscalculation now laid bare. In choosing to abandon one family for another, he may end up truly belonging to neither. The royal family is observing this crisis with calculated silence. Insiders suggest Prince William views the situation as ultimate validation. After being portrayed as a stoic, unfeeling brother for years, he now appears as a steadfast protector of the monarchy's legacy. Meanwhile, Harry has become the living warning about reckless choices. Even his most loyal defenders among royal commentators are withdrawing their support. The public narrative has undergone a seismic shift. Gone are the days of poor Harry, replaced by the harsh reality that adults must live with their decisions. Public sympathy has an expiration date, and Harry's has officially run out. The most devastating revelation from this scandal isn't just what it exposed about Meghan, it's what it revealed about Harry's profound isolation. The uncomfortable truth emerging suggests that when he abandoned his royal duties, he failed to secure anything substantial to replace them. In his quest for freedom, he may have sacrificed all the relationships and institutions that once gave his life meaning. Tyler Perry's decision to release that recording wasn't accidental. It was a deliberate statement aimed at Meghan, Harry, and the global audience. The message is clear. You can attempt to control your narrative, but reality inevitably surfaces. Now, with the whole world as witness, Harry stands amidst the ruins of his carefully constructed story, completely alone, visibly shaken, and for perhaps the first time since leaving Britain, utterly speechless. When every justification has been undermined by your own private words, what remains to be said? The recording has spoken volumes without needing a single follow-up comment.